Good day to everyone. In this video, we will discuss about special complex crimes or composite crimes. Special complex crimes or composite crimes apply to one of those situations where a person committing multiple crimes is punished with a single penalty. It is in this sense that a special complex crime or composite crime is in the same category as the compound crime in Article 48, where a single act produces two or more grave or less grave felonies. It is also in the same category as the complex crime proper, where an offense is a necessary means for committing the other. And a special complex crime is called as such because the law itself specifically fixes a single penalty for two or more crimes committed. It is not based in Article 48, but it is based or found in various provisions in the Revised Penal Code or in some special laws. Those provisions themselves provide for a single penalty for two or more offenses committed. We also have the continued crime or delito continuado. Here, the offender, impelled by a single criminal impulse, commits a series of overt acts at about the same time, in about the same place, and all the overt acts violate one and the same law. Then we also have the so-called continuing crime. This refers to a crime which is continuing in time, like rebellion. Now, in all of these five categories, a person who commits two or more crimes is punished only with one penalty. Now, let us focus on special complex crimes or composite crimes for purposes of this video. Question: what are the characteristics of special complex crimes or composite crimes? First characteristic, they are treated as single indivisible crimes. Even if they are made up of more than one crime, the law looks upon it as a single indivisible offense or crime. Another characteristic is that since they are treated as single indivisible crimes, then there is only one penalty imposed. Another characteristic is that it has no reference to Article 48, meaning to say Article 48 does not apply to special complex crimes because it is the law itself, the Revised Penal Code or the Special Penal Law concerned, that defines and penalizes a special complex crime. Here are some examples of special complex crimes found in the Revised Penal Code. We have rape with homicide, which is defined and penalized in Article 266-A of the Revised Penal Code. We have kidnapping with homicide or kidnapping with rape or kidnapping with serious physical injuries found in Article 267. We also have robbery with homicide, robbery with rape, robbery with mutilation, robbery with serious physical injuries, which are defined and penalized in Article 294. Then we also have arson with homicide, which is defined and penalized in Article 320. Examples of special complex crimes or composite crimes found in special laws. We have a few. We have cattle rustling with homicide or cattle rustling with serious physical injuries, which is defined and penalized in Section 8 of Presidential Decree 533. Then we also have the special complex crime of carnapping with homicide or carnapping with rape, which is defined and penalized in Section 3 of Republic Act 10883. To better understand what a special complex crime is, it is imperative to compare it with the complex crimes in Article 48. So here is the comparison. Number 1. In special complex crimes, the combination of the crimes is already fixed by the law itself. As you can see in the previous slide, the special complex crime of rape with homicide is already fixed, defined in Article 266-A of the Revised Penal Code. On the other hand, in complex crimes in Article 48, the combination of crimes is determined generally by Article 48. Second, the penalty in special complex crimes is already specified. Again, in that same example, rape with homicide, Article 266-A already fixes the penalty for such crime. Whereas in complex crimes in Article 48, the penalty to be applied is for the more or the most serious offense, the same to be applied in its maximum period. The penalty, therefore, is not specified. Number 3, in special complex crimes, there is only one composite crime to be charged, even if, for example, there be several homicides or several rapes accompanying the kidnapping. Here, the excess crimes will be absorbed. For example, X kidnapped and then raped Y. Thereafter, X raped Y 5 more times. Only one crime of kidnapping with rape will be charged against X. The rest of the rapes will be absorbed in the said crime. On the other hand, in complex crimes in Article 48, the first shall be complex while the other counts will be treated as separate crimes. For example, X with lewd designs forcibly abducted Y and then raped her. Thereafter, X raped Y 5 more times. The first rape will be complexed with the forcible abduction, but the 5 counts of rape will be treated as separate crimes. So, you can now see the difference between special complex crimes and complex crimes in Article 48. Another distinction is that in special complex crimes, since there is only one composite crime to be charged, all the other accompanying or related crimes committed against the victim or the victims will be absorbed in the said composite crime. In the special complex crime, for example, of kidnapping with homicide, the number of kidnapped victims killed is immaterial. There is only one special complex crime of kidnapping with homicide. All the other deaths will be absorbed. But if other persons were killed, let us say the kidnapper who was killed by his co-kidnapper after an argument over the ransom money, then the killing of that kidnapper becomes a separate crime. On the other hand, only the felonies or crimes subject to Article 48 will be compounded or complexed. The excess crimes will be treated as separate crimes. And in special complex crimes, as I have already pointed out in the previous slide, there are special complex crimes found in the Revised Penal Code and also in special penal laws. Whereas in complex crimes in Article 48, There is no complex crime of offenses. For example, child abuse under Republic Act 7610 cannot be complexed with the Anti-Trafficking in Persons Act punished in Republic Act 9208. There is also no complex crime involving a felony on the one hand and an offense punished under a special law on the other. Take note, however, that in Article 48, the law specifically uses the term offense when referring to a complex crime proper. That is, that an offense is a necessary means of committing the other. This means that there can be a complex crime proper involving two offenses so long as they are punished under the same statute. In contrast, a compound crime refers only to grave or less grave felonies.